Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 3 of our extended play of Halo Infinite. We're now looking at the third mission in the game, which is called Outpost Tremonius. If you've been watching the rest of the videos thus far, you'll see that I put Tremonius down at the end of the last episode. So we're now in his camp, his outpost, and we're going to clean house and take our first steps out into Zeta Halo. Now, you can see again that we've carried over the weapons from the end of the previous mission, so it hasn't reset us with an AR and a pistol, etc, etc. So we've got our Bulldog and the Hydra. Move over to this terminal, we open the door. I have to admit, I have edited out this cutscene. Sorry, you're not allowed to see it. But here we go, it's the first look at the scale of Halo Infinite. As a banished phantom flies overhead, we get to work on the populace of the base and clearing it out. Now, I've done something a little different with this video, and I've just included just a huge old chunk of combat which I've left fairly unedited, including all of my mistakes and bad choices, like this one. But I've also included another go where we've come out of there and I've taken things in a different way and a different approach. So I think on this go round, I choose to take things more from a ranged perspective than to go down and up close and personal. And we'll see that as we progress through. But I'm just using up the remainder of my Hydra ammunition, which is really satisfying. It's got 2 fire modes. One's obviously the lock-on that we know from the previous games, but with a click of the right stick, you can turn it into just a straight shot, which is kind of like a mini rocket launcher. It's great for sort of just hitting the ground near enemies and clearing them out. But sadly, I'm running out of ammo, so I'm going to have to go scavenge and see what I can find. I really love the lighting and the texture work so far, particularly in this level. It looks really, really good, and the frame rate is super, super smooth as well. This is being played on a Series X in 4K quality mode. It just feels really, really nice to play, and just seeing this kind of scale in a Halo game is really wonderful. A little grunt dodging my shots there. And for some reason I threw a grenade. We don't know why. Perhaps we'll find out at some point. But you can see I'm taking a more ranged approach to the encounters. This is the kind of playstyle I do in Legendary, and try and not get in up close. But I love the sort of reaction you're seeing up top there from me hitting off a series of explosives and just seeing everything blow apart. It's incredibly satisfying, and they've got some good sort of explosion effects when you're taking out the beasties across the map. And I think there's a brute hiding behind there, but we'll worry about him in a second. He's there somewhere. The shock rifle that I'm using at the moment does take a little while to get used to. You can ease off dissipate the heat. But I often forget and end up overheating the thing, which is occasionally irritating. But that's more a me problem than a problem with the game. Out of ammo here, so I'm going to just head back down if I can find the stairs and get a top up for the gun. And you can see there again, in old Halos you would have to pick up the new plasma weapon, but on this occasion it just fills up the one you've got. More in line with all the other kinetic weapons in the game, so no complaints from me, but die-hard Halo purists might be against that sort of thing. I think we're going to just clear out this brute, if I can actually land a headshot for a change, and we'll head over and see what's what. Obviously the great thing about these kinds of open levels is you can attack them in any way that you want. So I'm just going to grapple up here, and we can hear that that's triggered some sort of banished warning or alert, and they're all pouring out to come and take me down. Let's see if I can actually survive this encounter without dying horribly. It looks like we've got a dropship dropping in some more friends to come and say hello. And this is where I like using handy fusion coils, even if I do miss on occasion. It is just really satisfying to be able to do that in gameplay. We've got an elite commander here. And we've seen the new dynamo grenades, which stun enemies that they're nearby. And that seems to be quite successful in clearing them out. And we've got one more. Let's see if we can make this one count. Beautiful. Now let's see a slightly different way of approaching this encounter. I didn't plan to play differently, by the way, so we might see some similarities, but I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to see as much general campaign gameplay as possible, or as much as I am allowed to show you. It's really satisfying, that Hydra, just clearing out those guys, not necessarily by shooting directly at them, but just shooting the ground around them. It's got a nice, accurate area of effect that just takes them out. And the Bulldog, yeah, like I said on the previous video, I'm still not 100% decided as to whether I like it or whether I don't. It sometimes feels really ineffective, and sometimes it feels incredibly satisfying to use. So I think I just need to get a little bit more used to its best uses and scenarios when I'm in combat. In multiplayer, I'm still not a huge fan, but you know, opinions change. We get used to things, and maybe they'll balance it out in a different way in multiplayer that is perhaps more in line with what we think of when we think of a shotgun. Because as it's replaced what we've got, it's a little hard to get used to it, because I don't think there's a direct replacement for the shotgun as it is today. So we're going to clear out these guys down on the ground. We're going to use some of the exposed fusion coils with all the different plasma to cause some chain reactions and save some bullets. And we can see the area of effect there from when that stuff's fired across. I've discovered I am definitely out of ammunition, and a grunt up there that I can't hit. I can hit that one though. And this is the, I want to say it's the Ravager. I forget the name sometimes. I quite like this one. It does feel like it needs to be more powerful, and I'm just trying to figure out the arc of the drop there. Well, it's probably not the best time to do it in the middle of a firefight, but there you go. Time for to get some vantage point here on these guys. I really should pick up another gun, huh? And I'll just cut here to coming up again on top of the building. We're going to do things in a different way with these elites and all the guys pouring through. You can see again that dynamo grenade has just stopped them in their tracks. Just made for a really satisfying group kill. And the commando rifle, which is probably my new favourite addition to the game. Hopefully that is a nice, good overlook at some of the combat scenarios that you'll find in the campaign. Again, played on heroic difficulty. And one little tidbit here at the end, some Yona armour that you can unlock that goes towards your multiplayer character. So it sounds like there will be cosmetic unlocks throughout the campaign, which I know is going to make a lot of people happy when it comes to customising their Spartan for Halo Infinite's multiplayer, because at the moment the customisation options, unless you're going through the battle pass, they're taking a little while to unlock. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this quick look at Outpost Tremonius and some of the scale on offer in Halo Infinite. But speaking of scale, next up and on our final extended play video, we're going to take a walk around the ring and investigate Zeta Halo itself. So thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, hit like, hit subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so that we can let you know when we've got some fresh content. And we'll see you next time.